Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It is me, Adisa, the Alpha Empath, and I have one of my students up on the show with me today. I don't even know if I have a show, but she's up in here. Okay, so we got Sunshine up in here. Let me turn these comments on. If y'all sitting over here watching her little grinning face and over here and watching all of this majesty right here, go ahead and say good afternoon to me, good morning, good evening, whatever it is that you need to say. Listen, I was actually having a private coaching session with Sunshine, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. After a private coaching session, and Sunshine just attended my Miami boot camp. And baby, y'all don't even understand because y'all wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there to experience the magic that we experienced. And so she got on our personal coaching call. I'm looking for us to be talking about sad shit, right? And she just went off and started revealing all the things that happened at the boot camp, how her life had shifted in a dramatic and a drastic way just from attending the boot camp. And I said, ha, that's free publicity. Let me go live with her. Let me go live with her. So again, Sunshine. And I didn't ask her to do this shit. I told her she was gonna do it. But that's not the point. That's not the point. I told her she was gonna do it because I'm real like that. But she had no clue she was going to do this. Her testimony of the shifts that happened at that boot camp, and I want her to share some of the shit I was teaching at that boot camp. Go ahead, Sunshine.
Okay, so my life has just been phenomenal since I left the boot camp. We were instructed to start setting a daily intention. Like I went to the boot camp thinking I was gonna get like some blueprint for how to structure my business and like this is what she's like, no, this is the structure. You get up every day, you set an intention.
They gotta pay for that. They ain't
Oh,
come.
okay.
So just start with that
Well,
one little part. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so she gave me like a formula for how to structure my day and how to start my day in a way that would help me to connect with spirit so that he can drop the revelation on me that I need in order to fulfill and proceed and do the things that I need to do. Like I was trying to use my masculine energy to serve me all in the wrong ways. And what I was doing was trying to serve other people. So I started a tax business, right? And I did everybody's taxes and I did a million tax returns last year. And I haven't filed my own taxes since 2017. And
That's truth.
so
That's truth. I'm so glad. But you mentioned that little thing you was doing at the boot camp, and I let your ass have it. Now look, how you gonna start? I think I called your what did I call your business? Y'all
with
finna,
a word, the R word.
yeah. She had one of them children. One of them her business was like one of them.
My little special
Yeah,
needs business.
yeah. It was a little special needs business. It really was. And if y'all can't take a motherfucking joke, fuck y'all asses. Look, it was a special needs business. Because how you gonna be in taxes and you ain't filed taxes since 2017? So I tore into her ass about that. I tore into her ass about that. One of the other things that one of the shifts that she said that she's done since she came back. Let's start with them shifts. What are some of the things you've
Okay,
done?
so one of them is I was really focused on like my external living space and feeling like, oh, I gotta move, oh, I gotta be somewhere else. And I was actually doing things to like escape my living space. I had found me a whole boyfriend with a nice apartment that looks like all my vision boards of what I want in my apartment. I was like, oh, this is it. I found it, you know.
I
And
got into her
so
ass, y'all. What do we talk about with the living space? Go ahead and tell the people what we talked about.
and I was like, well, I need a living space because I realized that I couldn't keep staying with my boyfriend and that, I needed to end that relationship. So I was like, I need a living space. She was like, well, when I fixed up my interior living space, the exterior living space all of a sudden became better for me. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been working on the inside of me and making sure that I have a nice living space for my feminine energy and my masculine energy to work on their marriage and get to know each other and love on each other and let my masculine serve my feminine on the inside of me. And like all of a sudden, the living space that I'm in is not, it's beautiful. Like it's beautifying. It's like it's beautifying itself as the inside of me becomes more beautiful. I'm like, you know what? This living space is very functional. I can make this work. As I organize the things on the inside of me, I'm able to organize the things on the outside of me and just make a better outer space for myself by changing the inside of myself.
I agree. I agree. At the Healers Boot Camp, I began to understand something. A lot of people have contacted me. Adisa, when are you having another Goddess Boot Camp? And I told the ladies at the Healers Boot Camp, I said, I don't know if I'm going to be doing Goddess Boot Camps anymore because I began to understand something. And it was something that I just told Shanice. Here's what I began to understand. I wanted people to have monumental shifts. And the people that I wanted to have monumental shifts also had monumental trauma. And in order for me to address their monumental trauma, I needed small, intimate groups. That is what I needed. Because if I can shift those people, the people that have had monumental trauma, if I can shift that, their change is going to be monumental because they are monumental. You don't go through all that kind of shit. All you got to figure out is how to engineer that stuff. Turn your trauma into passion, turn that passion into a talent, and then monetize it. Monetize it. I started showing the ladies. And it was the craziest shit, you guys. I kid you not. But I do it so often now. When somebody else sees me do it, they're like, how in the fuck is she doing that shit? I would pray a prayer. I kid y'all not. I would pray a prayer. And when I prayed the prayer, they would see it immediately happen. Immediately happen. And they saw it happen. 1, 2, 3 things I prayed for. Spirit brought me everything that I needed it when I needed it. And I showed them how to do that stuff. Now, like I told you, you cannot use the principles of corporate America and a spirit-based business. You can't do it. And Shanice here, let me say this. I wanted to do Heal the Healers boot camps because I understood that monumental people needed monumental shifts, but they also had monumental trauma. So I made it very, very small and intimate. And Shanice, I wasn't even planning on teaching about sex, tantric sex, or anything like that, or sexuality, anything like that. But Shanice asked, she was like, look, she started crying in the middle of the damn boot camp. I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all, it was a mess. She started crying in the middle of the damn boot camp. I was doing her little face makeup. She fucked that shit all the way up. All the way up. Y'all, I was so mad at her ass. Like, god damn. How the hell you gonna mess up all my handiwork? Sitting up here with all your damn tears and shit. But this is what I'm here for. This is what I'm gonna be authentic about it. She told me she was a problem she was having and how her personal relationships kept affecting her business. And I told Shanice at that moment how to choose a man that is in alignment with you. But the only way that you can do that is to understand what you are in alignment with. And then I kid y'all not, I did it. I did it. And my prayers were very specific. Do you remember how specific my prayers were? We don't know what to pray for, but do you remember how specific my prayers were? They were very fucking specific. They were. And I got every motherfucking thing I asked for and then some. Then some. Listen, y'all. Me and Shanice got to get back to our personal coaching, but Shanice, is there something else you need to add? Because I've been talking. Go ahead and add something. Go ahead.
I really wanted to talk about like the breakthrough that I had about trusting my own feminine energy and being able to
Okay.
trust you.
Mhm.
Because I have been vetting Adisa, y'all, for 2 years. I've been in the groups, in the classes. I wouldn't sign up for a personal coaching session. I went to a goddess retreat, but still wouldn't sign up for a personal coaching session. It was just, I just could not trust her. But she helped me to realize that it's really my own feminine energy that I wasn't trusting to lead my masculine energy and be in charge of my businesses and in charge of my life. And so once I was able to like come through that breakthrough of trusting my own feminine energy, it was so much easier for me to submit myself to Tiffany's leadership and let her help me. Like I'm just hanging around here all this time, needing what it is that she has to give and just taking little pieces here and there, here and there. So if there's anybody out there who is afraid to trust and to submit to this leadership and to give yourself what you deserve, which is some help and some guidance. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. That's the only thing that I wanted to say. Is just I appreciate so much now that I trust myself. The problems that I was having with my mother and this one and that, and just other women in my life who were placed in my life to help me, I was able to see that it's internal. It's something in me that has to be fixed in order for me to be able to trust. And so I just step out on faith. Trust yourself. If you're here, you belong here. You deserve what it is that Tiffany has to offer you, and just submit yourself to her leadership is what I would say. And don't be scared.
Let me tell you something. Shanice, that was very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I don't that was like really, really beautiful. What you guys don't know is I can be pretty blunt. Maybe y'all do know that. But I can be pretty blunt and pretty authentic, and that is my brand. Now, one of the things that I do not play about with women, I do not play about this, about the way they look. I do not. I listen, I have been known to tell people to burn their clothes, ask them what in the hell was they thinking when they came up here looking like that. Because listen, now I know y'all might think I'm mean, but listen, I tell everybody before they even come on a boot camp or before they even come anywhere with me, I tell them, hey, listen, I am very funny acting about how women look. If you are going to be a healer, that is something that is respectable. Act like that. This is my own pet peeve, and I'm gonna be who I am. I'm making space for my own pet peeve. If you don't like my pet peeve, you don't have to deal with me, okay? But I told, man, people have fallen out with me about that because I do not play about how a woman looks, because I was one of those women that didn't give a fuck about how I looked. And I know that when a woman doesn't care about how she looks, there is something inside of herself that's not caring about her. So I stay in people's ass about that because I know that it is a trigger for self healing. It's a trigger for self esteem. I want you to look good because you the shit. That's what I want. So I told the ladies, listen, there's a certain way I want y'all to look. Shanice came in and Shanice wasn't looking bad. Let me go ahead and clear that. Some women be looking bad. Shanice was not looking bad at all, y'all. Sunshine was looking good up in that place. But for the assignment that we had, because I was trying to teach Sunshine how to choose men that were in alignment. So we did it like right then and there. This wasn't no talking. We went to the strip on Miami and we found men because I needed to teach her this lesson. I needed to teach her that, right? But Sunshine had on some things that were like her C game, and they were not her A game. And when I saw it, I said something. I said, "What you think you finna do with this?" And she went off, y'all. She went off, y'all. She went off. She was like, "First of all, I think I look damn good in these. And I don't know how to take you saying something about the way I look." Y'all, tears streaming, like went off. See, you can't be no punk to coach the way that I punk, because a lesser woman would have jumped back. But because my mama raised me hood, I can't jump back. I jump forward. So I get ratchet just like she does. Hold up. I ain't saying nothing wrong with this. I'm just saying that this is your C game. You really want to tell me you can't dress this up? You really want to tell me that? You want to lie? This is the best look you got? And she was like, well, no. It just hurt me that you. She went on and on about how much I hurt her. And then she came to this beautiful, beautiful conclusion. She said, I know I need to hear you say that to me, but it hurts so much to hear it. And it's harder for me to hear it because I don't trust you. And then I gave her the revelation of she needs to learn how to trust her own feminine energy, because I know goddamn well her damn feminine energy didn't tell her to put that shit on. I knew it was her masculine energy. And when she turned her eyeballs inward instead of looking at me and shit, revelation knowledge, cosmic knowledge poured into her. And I saw the fucking shift right there in front of my eyes. She just decided to just change. But here's the thing, at this boot camp, she wasn't the only one that had some major ass shifts. There was a family that had come, and the shifts that that family got were multi-generational. We talking about going 4, 5 generations back.
Yeah.
And the beauty of the shifts that the mama and the daughter had, and how they both wanted to help and heal each other. I can't even tell y'all. I can't even tell y'all. All I'm gonna tell you is this: if you are an empath, you better start learning how to live from the inside out. Because
Right.
living from the outside in ain't gonna never work for you. If it would have worked, I would have did that shit already. Yes, it might give you some money, but empath's greatest accomplishment is never money. They wouldn't have been empaths if that was their fucking greatest. Because let me tell you something: you can make money a whole lot quicker if you don't care about how people feel. Empath's greatest fulfillment is never money. Empath's greatest fulfillment is to find their own joy and then spread it to others. We like seeing people healthy. We like seeing people whole because on a subconscious level, we know that we are whole. I love you guys, and we will talk to you soon. Shanice, go back into Zoom so we can finish our session. Okay?
Okay.
Bye.